We have all been there. You were at a party or a networking event and you were currently hiding in the bathroom. You aren't peeing, you were just avoiding human contact because you have the social skills of a frightened hamster. I used to be the king of this. If I walked into a room full of strangers, my brain would immediately dial 911. I was an NPC in my own life. I would find the nearest dog, pet it for 3 hours, and then leave. But then I realized something. Charisma isn't a magical gift from the gods. It isn't something you are born with like blue eyes or a crippling fear of taxes. Charisma is a game. And like any video game, there are cheat codes. I spent the last year testing 7 psychological glitches that take you from, "Who is that guy?" to, "I absolutely love that guy." And don't worry, none of these tips are just be yourself, because let's be honest, being yourself is what got us hiding in the bathroom in the first place. Let's start with the face. Specifically, these hairy caterpillars above your eyes. Hack number 1 is the eyebrow flash. Anthropologists, aka people who watch humans for a living, found that all over the world, from New York to hidden tribes in the Amazon, we all do the same thing when we see someone we like. We raise our eyebrows for about 1/5 of a second. It's a micro-expression that signals, "I recognize you and I am not going to attack you with a rock." If you walk into a room and keep your face flat, people's subconscious brains think you are a threat. You look like a serial killer on a business trip. But here's the catch. You have to hit the Goldilocks zone. If you do it too fast, it looks like a nervous tick. If you hold it too long, you look like you're trying to hypnotize them into joining a cult. It's a quick up-down. I see you, you see me. We're cool. It makes people feel famous before you even open your mouth. Now that you've greeted them, we move to the most powerful sound in the human language. Dale Carnegie wrote a whole book just to say this. People love hearing their own name. But most of us are terrible at this. You meet someone, they say, "Hi, I'm Sarah," and 3 seconds later your brain is like, "Is it Sarah? Is it Sandra? Is it Sauron? I'm just going to call her Buddy to be safe." Step 1, actually listen. Step 2, use their name. But do not overdo it. You don't want to sound like a hostage negotiator saying, "Nice to meet you, Dave." "So, Dave, what do you do, Dave?" "That's cool, Dave." Stop. That's not charisma, that's creepy. The trick is the bookend method. Use their name once when you meet them, and once when you say goodbye. "Nice to meet you, Sarah." Then you have the conversation. Then, "It was great chatting, Sarah." It hits a dopamine button in their brain. It makes them feel seen. It makes them feel like the main character and you're just the charming supporting actor helping them shine. This next one is painful for me because I love the sound of my own voice. It is the shut up pause, or if you want to be fancy, the 2-second rule. Most people don't listen. They're just waiting for their turn to speak. They're loading their next sentence like a gun. When someone finishes talking, most people jump in immediately. But you are going to wait. Count to 2 in your head. 1, 2, then speak. This does 2 things. First, silence creates pressure. Often the other person will feel that silence and keep talking. That is where the juicy stuff comes out. That is where they tell you their secrets. Second, by waiting, you look incredibly thoughtful. Even if you were actually just thinking about what you want for dinner, the pause makes you look like a philosopher. Silence isn't awkward. It's a power move. Embrace the void. Now, let's be real. Humans love gossip. We're wired for it. It's how we survived in tribes. Don't eat those berries. Barry ate them and he exploded. But negative gossip makes you look insecure. If you talk trash about someone to me, I assume you talk trash about them. So, I started doing reverse gossip. I talk behind people's backs, but I only say good things. Imagine saying to a friend, "Dude, have you seen Mark's new video? The guy is actually a genius. It's annoying how talented he is." This is a Trojan horse, because eventually that friend will run into Mark and they will say, "Hey, I was with him the other day and he was raving about you." When that happens, you win. A compliment delivered behind someone's back is worth 10 compliments delivered to their face. It proves you are genuine, it confuses your enemies, and multiplies your friends. While we are on the topic of compliments, please stop being boring. "Nice shirt." "Good job." "You look nice." These are trash. They're generic. They sound like an automated email. If you want to live in someone's brain rent-free, you need to be a specificity sniper. Don't say, "You look nice." Say, "That yellow jacket makes you look like a mafia boss on vacation in Italy." Don't say, "You are funny." Say, the way you tell stories reminds me of a young Eddie Murphy, but with better hair. The more specific the detail, the more it proves you are actually paying attention. Generic compliments prove you have eyes. Specific compliments prove you have a brain. Be specific. Now let's fix your small talk. If you ask me, "How are you?" or "So what do you do for work?" my soul legally leaves my body. I fall asleep standing. We are all on autopilot. We have the same scripts. How are you? Good. Busy? Yeah, busy. Cool. It's painful. Break the script. Treat the conversation like a side quest. Instead of work, ask, "What is the worst thing you ate this week?" Ask, "If you had to fight a 5-year-old, could you win?" Ask, "What is your controversial opinion on pizza toppings?" Watch their eyes light up. Suddenly, they aren't at a boring networking event, they're debating pineapple on pizza. They will remember you as the interesting guy, not the small talk guy. And finally, the most important rule of all, the exit. My mentor, George Costanza from Seinfeld, taught me this. Always leave on a high note. Most conversations die a slow, painful death. You run out of things to say, you both stare at your phones, you do that awkward look around the room. Do not let the conversation die. Kill it while it is alive. When the laughter is at its peak, when the vibes are immaculate, that is when you leave. You say, "That is hilarious. Anyway, I gotta run to catch my friend," but you are a legend. It leaves them wanting more. It creates a cliffhanger. If you stay too long, you become furniture. Don't be furniture. Be a legend. So, there you have it. You don't need to be an alpha male or a sigma male or whatever Greek letter we're on now. You just need to raise your eyebrows, shut your mouth for 2 seconds, and leave before it gets awkward. Try one of these today. If it doesn't work, blame the algorithm, not me. Now get out of the bathroom and go talk. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps me grow and bring you more content.